Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Carefree Reacts. I said I was going to drop through this show for you guys on yesterday's watch along because there's been a lot of conversations about Moises Caicedo and the season that he's had and whether it's been perfectly rated or slightly overrated. There was a big discussion on the Big Six that has been doing the rounds over the last couple of days about Moises Caicedo and whether he's been good enough for team of the season. And we've also seen from a lot of pundits' choices for team of the season that Moises Caicedo hasn't even been selected. This is Jamie Carragher's team of the season. We've got McAllister, Tonali, and Rice. McAllister, I could hear. Tonali to a point, but not over Caicedo. Declan Rice, hell no. He's not had a better Premier League season. He's not even been Arsenal's best midfielder, but here we are. Who else? We've got Gary Neville's team of the season. We've got Gravenberch in there. Again, fair enough. I ain't going to make any claims over Gravenberch. He's had an amazing season. Tielemans and Guimaraes, though, have not been better. They have not been better than Caicedo this season, but here we are. We obviously got the Premier League team of the season from The Athletic, where Gravenberch, McAllister, and Rice have been named in the midfield. Again, Gravenberch, McAllister, I'll listen to it. I don't think that's a brazy take or anything. Declan Rice, I don't understand. I don't understand it. But it seems like he's not even the only one to have picked that one as well, because Alan Shearer, I think, has picked the same one as one of Jamie Carragher or Gary Neville. He's gone Rice, McAllister, and Tonali as well. So a lot of pundits have decided that Moises Caicedo's season hasn't been as good enough as we thought, even though I don't get it. First off, we know from a Chelsea perspective how good Caicedo's been. Forget even just winning the award. There's been a reason why it's been him, maybe Cucurella, and nobody else. He has been by far and away the most consistent player in our team, be it playing at right back, be it playing in the midfield. This guy has excelled all season. All season. He has it. I can name his bad performances on like one hand. You've got the Brighton game. You've got Arsenal away. And I genuinely don't think there's another game that comes. No. Wolves away. Wolves away first half. That's probably his worst performance of the season for us. And that's genuinely it. I really think that's it when we're talking about Moises Caicedo's bad performances this season. But I guess some people just don't watch Chelsea the same level that we do. But it's all about the pundits. We're here to listen to the Big Six, and we're here to listen to their viewpoint on Moises Caicedo's season, because this has caused a lot of controversy within the Chelsea fan base. So let's listen in. Big up everybody, though. Hit the like button, subscribe. While we're talking about pundits as well, I can't believe I'm doing this, but you got to shout out Michael Owen. We got to shout out Michael Owen. He's the only pundit I've seen that's given Caicedo the flowers that he deserves. And I never expected it to be Michael Owen. Michael Owen is highly regarded as one of the worst pundits in football. Fair play, mate. You're not as bad as I gave you credit for. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. Right, let's get into this video, though. Let's get into this video.
This season, listen, we could have a double pivot if you want to.
No. Well, listen,
We could have a double pivot.
in there.
I know you want to put.
We're talking about new coach. We're talking about new system that applies with Chelsea.
Because you can play him as an 8 then.
I don't think Caicedo makes it in a double pivot or a free.
No, you're
Whoa,
crazy.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa,
what he's been on.
whoa.
No, you're crazy.
Stop. We need to go back. You need to hear that again from Turkish. One sec.
Caicedo's in there.
I know you want to put.
We're talking about new coach. We're talking about new system that applies with Chelsea.
Because you can play him as an 8 then.
I don't think Caicedo makes it in a double pivot or a free.
No.
I just said same. Look, I need to know who over who, though.
I think
Over
you're
who?
forcing it.
I'm not. He's been our best player.
He's saying
For me, in team of the season, be one of the best midfielders in the Premier League this
No,
season.
you can play him with GM, bro.
No, but you said you can put him in the team as an 8, and I said no.
No, I said Gravenberch as an 8.
Oh,
Gravenberch and Caicedo.
Can't put Gravenberch. Can't put Gravenberch.
Look, shout out Said and all of that, but Gravenberch 6, Caicedo 8, and we keep it moving to the 10. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
Same with number.
I want to pick him as an 8.
box to box
I'm
as
gonna be
well.
honest with you.
He can do the ball carrying.
Yeah, but we're talking about this season performances.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to Caicedo. There's no double pivot business. It's going to come down to if he's pursuing Caicedo, it has to be Caicedo or Gravenberch.
Yeah,
100%.
What
is this for me? The reason why I'm putting Caicedo, when Chelsea have been poor.
Why does it have to be Caicedo or Gravenberch, though? Put both of them there and keep it stepping. And I don't think any midfielder comes close to the seasons that they've had, bar maybe McAllister. Maybe McAllister. I don't think anybody else comes close to Gravenberch or to Caicedo. You can have arguments, but in my personal opinion, that's it. It's only an argument, and it's not a good one.
Caicedo's still been performing week in, week out.
So I want to query that because
he has.
I said I want to query that because I said, listen, Caicedo, first half of the campaign, for me, he was playing like out of his skin football. But I do think his form has. I know you're good.
I disagree.
Yeah, you can disagree, it's fine. But I do think his form has slipped. Matisse will tell me, oh no, you've only watched 2 games, but I've watched enough football. Like the other game against Fulham, I actually thought he was pretty good in the second half. I thought him and Enzo, they were doing their thing in the second half. So I think we know what a good
name a bad game, Tobes. Name a bad game. I even managed to name 3. Name a bad game.
I saw the performances look like, and I think he went off the pace. And then I also look at the fact that Gravenberch.
Name the games.
I think he's played strong football this season, but I think even his form was probably
towards the end. I think, yeah.
100%.
He has.
Look, shout out Tobes and everything, but he is stuttering like a motherfucker because he knows what he says has no depth to it. If you think Caicedo's dipped off in the second half of the season, tell me what games. Tell me what games. I thought he was bad against Brighton. I thought he was bad away at the Emirates, and that was it. That was it. I can't name another game off the top of my head that I thought he was especially bad in. I can't. Not the Villa game. I don't think he was bad in the City game. He wasn't bad in the Ipswich game. I don't get it. Oh, mate, I don't get it. Actually, to be fair, I might give you Ipswich away.
Okay, so let me ask
he's a young player. His form is disagree, but I think
And Ipswich away is still first half of the season, not second half of the season. So that still don't count.
Impact, the difference is I think he's been able to maintain his level for I would say a slightly longer period of time, and he's doing it for a team who are essentially
dog walk the league, okay, man. But are you guaranteeing?
Just say that Gravenberch was in the team that won the league, because I'm fine with Gravenberch being in it.
Rice in the Premier League 11 team of the season, because we're not talking about Champions League.
I didn't put Rice in this.
So I'm asking because we could go Gravenberch and Caicedo.
Partey's been better than Caicedo.
I didn't put Rice in this.
Partey's been solid all season.
Partey's been better than Rice.
Solid.
Partey's been Arsenal's best midfielder. He has not been better than Caicedo. What are we doing? What are we doing? Not even better in all areas of the pitch like Caicedo is. Partey's best football is always played within the defensive third. And Caicedo can play within the midfield third and the attacking third and still cook. What are we doing, man?
Generally, yeah. Rice has picked up second half of the season, but
right.
Partey's been our best midfielder this season.
I would agree with that. So we're not having Rice in this team then?
No, I didn't put Rice in the team.
That's what I said.
No, because I thought you were going to put Rice in.
Why would he?
So he's not had a good
That's what I was
game.
about to say. So that's why I was wondering what the argument is. Because my pivot would have just been
Caicedo's a contender.
Yeah.
My pivot would have just been Gravenberch, Caicedo, and I would have moved on to Tielemans.
And that would have been it.
That would have been my
because there's a player there. Let's do that then. There's a player. If I say his name, hopefully at least 3 of you can agree. No, I'm gonna say McAllister, but there's another player that I'm gonna say that
why can't we do the 6 before we do everything? I don't like.
Let's do the 6.
It's just easier to just do the whole midfield.
I don't agree with
the 6 as an 8 as a 10.
Yeah, but let's still.
These men are just dragging it. We're gonna up the playback speed.
I just got 2 8s.
I go 2 8s.
When you look at Caicedo though as well, when Enzo's been off form, I think Caicedo's been carrying midfield. When Lavia's not been there, Caicedo's been carrying midfield. When Cole Palmer,
Cook Saeed
has not been on form, Caicedo's been the constant for me in that midfield.
Do you know I don't agree because I think Enzo has played good football this season.
Since his wife left him.
Okay, and that was like October.
No, it wasn't October.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't October. It was later than that.
I can't remember.
I swear it was later than that.
He's been playing well for a while.
And I would actually say in the second half of the season, there's nowhere on earth you're watching Chelsea. You're telling me Caicedo's playing better football than Enzo. No.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, la hawla. What do you mean? Look, I think Enzo Fernandez's performances have gone up levels since December. He's still not been on Caicedo's level. If you're going to ask me games that I think Enzo has outperformed Caicedo in, you could say Arsenal away, I thought Enzo was better. Maybe Tottenham at home, and even then I think Enzo's scoring is kind of what pushes him above. What other game? What other game did he outperform Caicedo in? This is baffling, mate.
Bro,
They both do different roles.
Bro, they don't. No.
Two different roles.
Two different roles,
Bro.
but relative to what they're meant to bring to the team.
Things
I think
Enzo will
they
get
both-
more
stop.
assists.
Stop it.
Enzo will
Come
get
on.
more assists and more GA.
I'm not talking about the GA. I'm talking about the ebb and flow of the game. The ebb and flow
I
of the
think
game.
both of them
I
been really
don't know,
good for
man.
us.
When I look at that midfield and I look who's
Caicedo
winning the
first
title.
off for the
For me,
season?
Caicedo's
Yes.
our
Because like Caicedo can't control games now.
player of the year, and it's not a conversation.
And
So
that's-
team of the season, I can't put Enzo anywhere near Caicedo this season in terms of team of the season.
What
Personally for me.
do you think?
Yeah, I can say.
I mean, I don't know. It's like Caicedo, yeah, he's all right, but
I just said, yo, Caicedo's alright, you know. He's alright, he's decent. He's solid. Fuck's sake.
That's crazy, Steve.
nah. But I mean, look at Chelsea. They're just not. They don't.
Yo, Matisse, I fully resonate with this brother right now. Big up,
It
Matisse.
just doesn't.
Nah, crazy. That's Steve.
You know what I mean?
He's
He spent
been good.
hundreds of millions of pounds
Oh,
on
here
him
we
and
go,
that. The
man.
level
Here
of
we go.
performance, and
See,
we're
that's
gassing him.
Price tag hype. Here we go. The price tag, guys. I ain't said that in a minute.
But
Oh,
Chelsea
my
are struggling.
God. Here we go.
You know, he's
But
had a
that's
good
what I'm saying.
season.
Remember this argument from last season, guys? The price tag. He's not impacted the team the way you think he would on the table. What the hell, man?
Player.
Chelsea,
Chelsea,
this
but-
is player. This is players.
You know, Gravenberch. Look what they've done. Liverpool. They're going to win the league, man.
but I also think
can't be
Gravenberch-
gassing up.
I didn't say not to have him in there. I
We
didn't
can't
say
be
don't have
gassing
him
up
in there.
Caicedo because he's playing well for Chelsea.
He's playing
who are
brilliantly.
shit.
No, he's playing brilliantly for
Steve,
Chelsea.
nah.
Playing well. He is top 2 midfielders in the league this season. What more do you want other than like top 1? Oh, this is going to be the biggest load of agenda I've seen. I know this is going to wind me up.
I tell you why.
If it's about the league, then hold on. If it's about winning the league, then why is the
No, it's not. I'm
back
just saying you
Brilliant.
can't ignore the fact that Liverpool were not expected to win the league. They've came in and dominated, and this kid's been put in a position where he's not supposed to play.
Well, I also think-
have them
And he's,
both.
and he's dominated against every team.
Okay.
Liverpool
And
have
so's
battered everybody, and he's been a
Caicedo.
key part of it. You've been getting battered off people, and Caicedo's been in that team.
Nah.
So put Rise. So put
So, team gets battered or loses. Individual still has a good game, and that doesn't count for anything. Like, actually, no, he's a City fan. I gotta understand. Like, he don't even get struggle like that. Fair enough.
put Gravenberch as a 6. Caicedo's at 8, and move on.
No, you can't put.
not-
You
he's
can't
not-
shoot
Yeah,
him.
just
He's not-
move
I'm
on.
not having a Tielemans as an 8, and he's
No, we're not
you're not telling me that
Caicedo-
Caicedo's
There's another
performed better
name.
than
You keep
Tielemans.
saying Tielemans, but there's another. But I don't know about the position. So we're gonna argue
Say
about
the
position.
name!
as well.
brother. Okay,
Nah.
first let's decide on the thing. Let's talk.
Kamara's not going team.
No,
let's do 6.
Morgan Rogers, man.
Yeah,
But he's a
that's
10.
more
Where are we
forward.
going with the formation?
But
though?
I'm not having him.
Morgan Rogers, bruv. That's the name. He's not even in a. He's the fucking 10, bruv.
Morgan Rogers.
What about
I'm not having him. He's
Bruno
even
Guimaraes?
saying,
Bruno
Bruno
Guimaraes, the
Guimaraes
Newcastle
is-
So
dog.
I got better than Guimaraes. Tonali. He's been
But he came in that top of
fantastic.
November.
Yeah. Newcastle
Hold on
was
a
so
No, hold on a
mid
minute.
for the
First of all,
first
hit and
part of the
miss.
season.
But we're getting off the rails here.
Okay.
Thank you, Matisse. No one would be talking about this midfield if this was in December. What are we? This is driving
We're getting
me
off the rails.
insane.
Let's,
Okay.
let's stick to the 6.
I think Gravenberch is.
So let's vote then. Let's vote.
All right, let's start with Tobes. 6,
I'll go for Gravenberch.
1,
Gravenberch.
2,
Caicedo.
2, 1. Gravenberch.
Gravenberch.
4, 1. Doesn't matter.
Yo, this.
Yo.
Pick the other
That doesn't deserve
midfield
to
one.
be in the team this season. That's all I'm
Nah,
going to
you
could-
could-
or you
you
could just
could
go
vote
with
for
There's more 6-8s that should be in the team this season than 10.
Well, let's put some forward then.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Caicedo!
It's Rogers and
I
8,
said
guys.
Caicedo, Tielemans.
10.
Caicedo, Tielemans
He plays
deserve
with a
team
10.
of the season more than any 10 in this league. There's not a 10 in this league that deserves
Doesn't
it.
have to be a 10.
Yeah, but you said Rogers. Rogers is a 10.
No,
Rogers
that's
is
what I'm
10.
asking. I'm
Yeah.
asking.
I don't think it has to be a 10. I don't think
I'd have
that-
2-8.
I
I'd
actually
have-
said I would.
yeah.
I would go with his 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
And I would go with his.
You can't put
4-3-3.
Palmer there. You can't put Rogers. You can't put.
Right, who's
Cunha
the other
Not in
pick,
comparison
He
to the
plays
midfield.
left
I would
hand
put
in
him in
a
a
free. Would you put Cunha as an 8?
Nah, more 10, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
10.
He's kind of.
Yeah. I'd rather put Morgan Rogers at 10 more than Cunha.
How?
Yeah, you know, they've moved to a 10 argument. I can't be arsed with that. There was literally no nuanced arguments against Caicedo. There was just, your team's been bad this year and Caicedo's been in it, so Caicedo must have been bad too. Then you had the obvious price tag BS. Even though, like, I can't lie, Chelsea could give Brighton another 5 million for Caicedo. I'd be fine with it. Give him another 10 million, in fact. This brother is worth every single penny that we paid for and plus. The only positive I'll say is at least they didn't try to drag this dead rice Caicedo narrative that's gone around over the last couple months just because he bagged a couple free kicks. Because there was one other video that I wanted to end with you on this anyway. And in fact, before that, seeing as man love to do a few stats, let's do a couple of stats about Moises Caicedo, bruv. Because it's not just the tackling. Best long pass completion in the Premier League this season, the top 2 is fucking Chelsea. Moises Caicedo and Cole Palmer. Most times possession won in Europe. In Europe. And he's second. Only Pedri's done it more. Most times possession won in the Premier League season. Moises Caicedo. Nobody else. Just Moises Caicedo. And the only player to win 200 plus duels, win possession 200 plus times, and make 100 plus tackles in the Premier League this season, Moises Caicedo. He has been the most consistent player at Chelsea Football Club by a country mile. This guy has absolutely dominated the midfield and at times has done it single-handedly. His tackling has been immense. And even when he's been one yellow card away from suspension, he's been able to still dominate the midfield and not even commit a foul in the process. The dribbling, the ball carrying is probably one of his most underrated assets in his bag. His ball carrying is ridiculous. He just doesn't do it enough. Interceptions, you already know what you're getting with him. Passing, so deceptive. Can do it from deep, can do it from high up the pitch. He has an insane passing bag to him. Ball retention, incredible. Tackling, aggression, incredible. Ball striking, he don't do it enough for me. He actually don't do it enough for me. He can hit a ball and he can hit a ball and send it straight flying at the goalkeeper. But this is the midfielder who hasn't been performing well for his price tag. There's been, 4 or 5 bad games from him this season, and that's it. But it doesn't matter when other people have moments. Because that's what I also saw going around a couple months ago. Specifically after a certain Arsenal midfielder scored 2 jammy free kicks. Then we got told that's why he's better than Caicedo. Hello, Hassam. Hello, Hassam.
Important in football because moments define what a footballer is like. So after the game at the Emirates, I immediately said after that game that Rice is better than Caicedo now. Even though
Hear that? Straight after that game, Rice is better than Caicedo. Results-based analysis, or do we call moments-based analysis? But let's keep going.
I was someone who rates Caicedo above Rice, I think moments like this define a footballer. Because I always look at big moments, someone who could do it against the best team in the world like this, and it nothing but furthers your legacy. Like 10 years from now, people will replay these 2 free kicks. As Mo said yesterday, Caicedo is not going to do that against Rapid Vienna in the Conference League, and people remember it. It's just not going to happen. So for me, I think it's very important to understand the effect that moments have. Some people consider, obviously, like one of the goats of the Premier League, Steven Gerrard, he was the Mr. Moments. Like, he had so many iconic moments, and I think this is one of the things that helps, with his legacy, with how he's rated worldwide, with how people look at him. And
this is what helps with casual analysis. Casual analysis. You act like this is what moments make a player better than another player. Okay, Kai Havertz is a better forward than Haaland because he's had bigger moments. Should we do that? Fucking Haaland is 007 in finals. Kai Havertz scored in a Champions League final. That's going to be a moment that everybody remembers for decades over Haaland. See, I can make that stupid analysis as well. Moments, hype. And that's what makes you a better player. No, it doesn't. Moments are something that will be remembered for decades to come. That does not make you a better player, and it does not win an argument when you're talking about who the better player is, not who's had the bigger moment. And this is what's turned the argument in Rice's favor over the last couple months. Nobody was even daring to put Rice in the same sentence as Caicedo this season until he decided to unlock free kicks against Real Madrid. And now man want to start moving stupid. It's ridiculous, man. But I want to speak to Chelsea fans before I wrap up this video. Chelsea fans, we must do more. We need to hype up Caicedo more. We need to prop Caicedo more. We need to stop this disrespect. And the only way to stop this disrespect is to unite and to big up our players more. Moises Caicedo needs a lot more support from us. And we've already done our job. But clearly, it's not good enough. So we got to do it more. So, more Caicedo prop it is. But big up everybody. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe on your way out. And what a load of waffle I've listened to over the last 20 minutes. Big up to Don Hassan. Big up to Judge Mo. Big up to the Big Six and all of that. But you, man, you need to be held accountable for your crimes. Disgrace. Big up everybody. Like, subscribe, up the channel.